Mm. Wall crossing in finance. Understanding and adhering to wall crossing regulations. Presentation overview. Definition and explanation of wall crossing. Wall crossing is a process that allows individuals to access material non-public information about a company or security. The key points will explain what wall crossing is and the importance of following the legal and regulatory frameworks governing wall crossing. Legal and regulatory frameworks governing wall crossing. The key point will explain the various legal and regulatory frameworks governing wall crossing, including the SEC regulations and insider trading laws. We'll explore how these frameworks help prevent insider trading and promote fair and ethical practices in wall crossing. Best practices for wall crossing. We'll discuss best practices for wall crossing, including procedures and record keeping requirements. We'll explore how companies can establish effective wall crossing policies and procedures to avoid regulatory and legal issues. Understanding wall crossing. Wall crossing refers to the practice of disclosing material non-public information to a select group of investors or analysts, often used in capital raising or M&A transactions. Importance of wall crossing. Wall crossing is important because it can lead to insider trading violations and reputational damage for both the company and the investment bank. What is wall crossing? Sharing confidential information. Wall crossing is a practice of sharing confidential information with a specific group of investors or analysts who are not generally privy to that information. It is commonly used to facilitate capital raising or M&A transactions in the financial industry. Disclosure of material information. Wall crossing involves the disclosure of material information to a select group of individuals, which may give them an unfair advantage over other investors. It is important to follow proper legal and regulatory procedures to avoid any potential legal issues. Why is wall crossing important? Insider trading violations. Wall crossing is important to prevent insider trading violations that can lead to criminal charges and reputational damage for companies and investment banks. Unlevel playing field for investors. Improper sharing of material, non-public information can create an unlevel playing field for investors, potentially leading to market manipulation and other abuses. Legal and regulatory frameworks. Wall crossing is subject to a range of legal and regulatory frameworks. It is important for companies and investment banks to be aware of these frameworks and to ensure that they are in compliance with them. SEC regulations. The SEC has established wall crossing regulations that govern the sharing of material, non public information, including rules related to insider trading. Companies and investment banks must be aware of these regulations and ensure that they are in compliance with them. Insider trading laws. Insider trading laws prohibits the use of material non-public information for personal gain. These laws require companies and investment banks to implement controls to prevent insider trading violations. Best practices for wall crossing. Clear procedures. Establishing clear procedures for wall crossing is an essential best practice. Companies must have a defined process and ensure that employees follow the guidelines for wall crossing. Accurate records. Maintaining accurate records of wall crossing is critical. This includes maintaining a record of the information that was shared, who it was shared with, and the reason for sharing the information. Employee training. Training employees on the importance of proper wall crossing is crucial. Companies must ensure that employees are aware of the legal and regulatory frameworks and understand the implications of not following best practices for wall crossing. Wall crossing procedures. Companies and investment banks should establish clear and well-defined procedures for wall crossing, including who can receive confidential information, what information can be shared, and how the information should be disclosed. These procedures should be documented and communicated to all relevant parties to ensure compliance with regulations and prevent any conflicts of interest. Record keeping requirements. Compliance requirements. Companies and investment banks are legally required to maintain accurate records of all wall crossing activities to ensure compliance with regulatory requirements. Record keeping standards. To maintain accurate records, companies and investment banks should record the date and time of communication, identity of the person receiving the information, and nature of the information shared during the wall crossing activity. Conclusion. Wall crossing is a critical practice in finance that requires strict adherence to legal and regulatory frameworks. Companies and investment banks must follow best practices to ensure compliance and mitigate the risk of reputational damage and legal violations. Thank you.